morning and welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. Happy Bum Slide Thursday, right into Friday. Thank you very much.
Almost there. This week has gone by rather rapidly for me.
Yes, it has. Absolutely.
And we're getting next week. We're getting into the whole excitement of the Special Olympics.
It's coming so quickly. It feels like.
And then after that, it's Bonsu. Oh, it's a busy time.
What a great way to get through the winter, right?
Absolutely.
These two huge events.
And you know what? Somebody mentioned that about, I keep talking about the time that I went skiing now.
Yeah.
How much faster the winter does go when you can enjoy outdoor activities.
Yeah, you got to get out there.
Get out there and skate downtown
whatever it takes.
Ski or...
You know what? Walk to the end of your driveway to start off with.
If you can get there.
Yeah.
It snowed again.
I know, it snowed again.
But it got cleaned up pretty good. And they're continuing to, we were talking about snowbank removal. I've noticed, thank you very much, they've removed some more snowbanks in our city.
Oh, good. Yeah, because it's hard to see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only going to get, it's only mid-January, so we're going to get more snow, obviously. Hey, you know what? Good news.
Okay, I won a lottery.
Carrie Underwood had her baby.
I heard.
I know, she had a little baby boy. His name is Jacob Brian Fisher.
Her husband, I didn't really realize until I looked it up. So Mike Fisher is his name.
Yes, from Ottawa. I think.
Originally Peterborough.
Oh, there you go.
And he played for the Petes. And he played for the Sudbury Wolves.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Before he went to play for the Ottawa Sens. And then he went down to Nashville. I guess that's where he probably met her in Nashville.
Yeah. He's retired now, apparently, for the second time. And you know what?
Yeah.
So handsome.
They're a cute couple.
Yeah.
I heard that she, there she is, but do they already have a kid? Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do. They have a little boy.
Yeah, I heard that she went into labor when she was driving.
Oh, no.
Yes, and so in the middle of a contraction, she screamed, "Jesus, take the wheel!" I just made that up.
Did you? I couldn't tell.
Jesus.
Yeah, so congrats to them. And everybody's good. Everybody's awesome. It's interesting because she was talking about how, you have a baby and then you think you know everything about having babies. She said this one, totally different. And I've always said you could have 10 kids and each pregnancy is different, just like each child is different. And she said this one was harder on her body than her first one.
Is there any kind of sort of standard that the first baby is the toughest and after that they get easier, or is it
no,
there's no real...
No, I don't think so. Generally that used to be the thing.
The old wives' tale.
But yeah, you know what? I was in labor for 2.5 days for my second. And 18 hours. Yeah. 2.5 days. And 18 hours for my first. So you know what I mean? It's like...
2.5 days?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Caitlin.
Never let her forget that.
No, I don't.
No.
Happy birthday, honey. 2.5 days.
She's still showing... Oh, okay, enough with Carrie Underwood.
He says, well, you're talking about her.
Oh, we're talking about her.
You know what? Bieber.
What happened now?
Our own Canadian boy, he's being slammed in social media because he is, supporting Chris Brown. If you remember, a couple of days ago, Tim and I were talking about how Chris Brown is in jail in Paris. Accused again of rape. And he has drug allegations back in LA that are outstanding.
And wasn't he also the ex-partner of Rihanna who beat her to the point where she had to be hospitalized?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there they are together.
Yeah, they're buds, eh?
They
Isn't that nice? So Bieber went on Instagram and he shared a clip of Chris Brown dancing and he said, "No one can touch you. You are the GOAT." So I said to a much younger staff member this morning, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Greatest
of all time?
Greatest of all time. You are the GOAT. You are the greatest of all time. Justin!
I think he's maybe the GROAT, the greatest rapist of all time.
Yes. You know what? There are times when you just need to stop.
Maybe you just want to, it's, okay, so you can reserve judgment. That's fine, but I wouldn't go so far as to be on this guy's...
No.
To be blowing his horn.
Well, and especially, you know what, if this was his first incident and he hasn't been proven guilty and all of the above, well then, okay. But you know what?
This guy's got a track record.
He's had sentencing with regards to Rihanna, so it's not his first kick at the can. Woman.
Has he also been charged with drug charges?
Yes. Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah. How'd your rehearsal go last night?
Oh, it went well. We were doing Freak Flag again, teaching the harmonies and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Raise your freak flag.
Yeah. No, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
He's doing Shrek.
Shrek the musical. Shrek. Yeah, we're still teaching music. We usually spend the first 3 weeks of rehearsals just learning all the music for the show before we get into actually like blocking and choreographing.
So when you say
stuff.
you're teaching music, now is this like musicians sit with you and...
No. This is the cast learning vocals.
Okay.
And all the harmonies and deciding who
Gosh,
sings what
that
part.
would be hard.
It's, you know what, they're pretty amazing. You get a real mix of people who have some training and some can read music and some have don't know how to read music, have never really sung in a show. But all you gotta have is an ear, and you just keep listening and you listen to the people around you, and we do a lot of repetition. That's the only way to
So
learn.
when there's a big group like that, as the director, are you able to still pick one person out of like a large number of people and go, you know what, that person can sing? Can you do that?
Absolutely.
Really? You hear that?
I heard it mostly at the auditions already, so I kind of was aware.
Right.
Or you hear something in a voice and you go, that there's something in there that I can get out. There's a couple of younger performers in the show who probably, I'm guessing that when they're alone at home, their mother is probably saying, "Stop singing!" Like they're probably at the top of their lungs, you know. But then you get them in an environment like that, and suddenly it's
it's scary for them. Sure.
So I'm trying to get them to realize, don't be afraid. Open your mouth and sing. I mean, if you want to make noise, this is the place to do it. So it's fun to watch them get that confidence and go, really, I can go like, wah.
What a gift that you have to
bring that out of people
and to give them that gift.
Oh, that's the coolest part.
Of confidence and you know that must be such a charge.
That's why I love doing it. I love seeing people discover their talents and just love what they. It's very.
So do you ever though think this guy's got it or this girl can sing? I just need to get her to just let go, and then she doesn't. You go, yeah.
Is it frustrating when you can't? It's kind of like when you can't get something really good inside the jar and you can't get the jar open.
Yeah.
But then it's your job to try to figure out maybe I need to get somebody else to help me open the jar.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, sometimes it takes more than one person.
You know what? You have an eyelash right here.
Oh, I have to make a wish then.
Yeah. And wait.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Oh, you're supposed to blow it off your finger. Good morning.
Hi. So I got home from rehearsal last night. There's spit in my eye.
No, there's not spit.
No, there's not spit.
Hot air.
Coffee.
Lots of hot air.
There goes our TV set again.
Oh, look at our TV set going.
So, can somebody please send us a new TV set for the middle?
Even a little black and white with the bunny rabbit ears.
Just send us a radio. Listen.
Crank.
Okay, so I got home from rehearsal and I had PVR'd that show that I'm now hooked on.
He's so addicted.
The Masked Singer that I thought would be the dumbest show ever, and I love it. Last night they unveiled.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you what? Yeah, thank you. They unveiled. Which character was she?
Poodle.
How did you know that? You're right.
Mike just said it in my ear.
It was. Thank you, Michael. It was the poodle. They were guessing. They got really close. Poodle unmasked, and it was Margaret freaking Cho, comedian Margaret Cho.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
really?
There she is.
Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho. And he was what's crazy is that one judge guy.
Yes.
Ken, I think his name is. He's worked with her.
No way.
And had no idea it was her. They did a show together, for heaven's sake.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I believe his name is Ken. So she was just talking about, she doesn't sing. I mean, she's
a comedian, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Like hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a lot of fun.
What a weird world we live in.
I know.
That
show.
Somebody came up with this idea, and
it was based on an Asian game show.
Yes.
I swear, and now there's one character on there, and I said before, I think it's Gladys Knight.
Yes.
And last night, one of the judges said, I think that's Gladys Knight. So I think it might be still.
Really?
Well, she's singing the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. She's a hot button, celeb right now.
Yeah. Get her out there.
I think it might be Gladys
people
Knight.
might not know who she is.
Yep. Okay. Want to get serious for a minute? Let's start off by talking about Nathan Phillips, the indigenous man of the American First Nation.
With the drumming and the
and the young man
smirking.
Nick Sandman. And Nick Sandman said on his interview on NBC or CBS, whatever, I would like to meet Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips said, no, you and I aren't going to meet, but this has gained so much attention that this is the time for whatever happened between us to go into a conversation between the Catholic Church and indigenous people. This is a chance to open up a dialogue on a greater scale, not just you and me, on a grander scale, let's talk about this.
He wouldn't talk to him though, huh? I think that's a mistake.
Who, the Mr. Phillips, Nathan Phillips?
I think that he should speak to the kid. I really do. Just, you know what? Because he's an elder and this boy is 16. What a great opportunity to hear perspectives from each other, right? The elder might indicate to him, listen, like, this is who I am. And the child, the boy, might say, well, you know what, in this day and age, blah, 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 right?
But see, I think that what Mr. Phillips is saying is he wants that conversation to happen, but not just between the two of them, on a national scale.
Yeah, but he could start it.
I suppose he could.
Right?
Maybe he does.
That's a good point, though. On national scale, like, good luck, though, because the church isn't going to.
So while we're talking about First Nations, the Ontario, have you seen your news? The Ontario government possibly appealing the ruling of Justice Hennessy with the Batchewana First Nation. Do you know that they're only getting $4?
$4.
And that's a person annually. There's 30,000 people. $120,000 annually is all the government is paying out right now for the use of natural resources. The profits that the province and the country make off the natural resources of First Nations land, we're giving them $4 a person.
Yeah. I had that in the news yesterday.
And they're appealing it.
Yes, they're appealing it.
How is this truth and reconciliation?
Right?
And this is the Ontario government. The federal government said, okay. Ontario government saying, that's a little too much. I don't think you're worth it. I don't think that's fair. No. Can you imagine?
$4 a year.
Truth and reconciliation. At the same time, Cat Lake. This is a community that's up to Temiskaming. No, way. I looked it up. It's way north. It's like north of Sioux Lookout. 75% of the homes in Cat Lake should be condemned. They have mold. People are getting sick up there. Freezing temperatures. On January the 17th, they issued an emergency, saying a state of emergency, declared a state of emergency on the reserve at Cat Lake. 5 days later, on January 22nd, a statement came out from the minister saying, we're going to have some meetings. It'll take about a week to get the meetings organized. And I say, send those ministers, Greg Rickford is one, and the other one is Seamus O'Regan. Those are provincial and federal. Let them go to live in a house in Cat Lake for a week and live there until they get those meetings. You try it.
From his mouth to your ears. Now we're going to a break, so it's your turn to throw it.
It is my turn to throw. It's my turn to throw. I'm going to change the mood now because we're going to have burlesque dancing.
Ooh!
You weren't here.
No, I was. I came in.
Did you see?
No.
As I was bumping and grinding. Burlesque dancing is now a way to stay fit, and so Shauna Hamilton came in and she taught me a few moves, and you can enjoy that. And then it's also March of Dimes month here, so Canada March of Dimes has sent me a guest, and we're going to talk about all the great stuff they do in the community and possibly about some fundraising. So all of that's coming up, plus the news on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We'll see you in just a minute. On Mornings with Luann and Tim today, I am joined by Lulu Legs herself. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Shauna Thomas. Hi, Shauna.
Hi.
Thanks for coming to join me on the show.
Hi.
Now, so Lulu Legs is your burlesque name.
Yes.
How did you, a girl from Sault Ste. Marie, end up coming to burlesque dancing?
It kind of found me in a weird way.
Did it?
Yeah, so I started taking a class when I used to work at Life for You Wellness.
Life for You Wellness. Okay.
Yeah. So I took a class there, and a girlfriend of mine was teaching it. She said, hey, come try this class. I said, sure, why not? And it got to the point where I was getting so good with picking up the movements and everything like that, that she was like, you know what? I think that you have a knack for this. You should try to teach it. So we just slowly kind of integrated me into teaching the classes, and then I just took over, and it went from there.
So do you get your inspiration from other dancers, from videos? Where do you, or now are you just...
I just kind of pull it from myself.
Really?
I feel like I always have my own way of moving to different songs and a rhythm and that, yeah.
So wait, who was your original instructor then? Is she still around?
Katie Babcock, yeah, she is.
What's her, does she have a stage name like you do?
You know what, I don't remember what it was.
Because I remember seeing somebody named, there was Coconuts, who was that? Remember her? Somebody
I want to
coke-
say that it was like Fox something.
It was what?
Oh, her
Fox?
name's like Foxy something. Or,
Okay,
I
I was
can't
just
remember
making
now
sure you
either.
were saying Fox.
Yeah.
That's like an old Mae West. There's an old Mae West quote. Mae West used to work for Paramount and Fox at the same time, and
Okay.
she'd say, "I'm the girl that works for Paramount all day and Fox all night."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was Mae West.
Okay, yeah.
So Foxy somebody taught you how to burlesque
Yes.
dance. Now you've taken it though, and you've really turned it into this. It's a workshop you do now.
Yeah.
So it's more about. Would you say it's more about loving your body
It
and
is.
getting
It's
familiar and
about-
comfortable in your own skin?
Yeah, it's about absolutely. It's about feeling, that inner goddess, and
Inner goddess.
yeah, it's about feeling how you can move with these songs that I play, and getting comfortable with. Well, you don't have to be skinny to do burlesque, and you don't have to look a certain way to do these dance movements. And
Right.
it's actually I actually love it when a more voluptuous woman comes out in like full burlesque outfit, because it shows how comfortable they are
Right.
with being this new person.
Well, and the thing about burlesque is that it's an appreciation of the female physique.
It is.
In every shape and form.
Yeah.
Because I remember probably one of the most famous burlesque. See, now there's a difference also between, I would say, a stripper and
Yes.
a burlesque dancer.
Yeah.
In the day, Gypsy Rose Lee.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely amazing.
All right, so there's a Broadway musical called Gypsy, and it's more about the mother than Gypsy herself.
Yeah.
So she was. She took off gloves.
Very
she dropped
sensually.
She left,
would do a whole show with just her taking a glove off.
it was more. What her philosophy was. You let their imagination. What you don't show them is the dirtiest bits.
Yeah.
Right. What's left to the person's imagination on their own mind is is the most sensual stuff.
Yeah.
So you take them on a journey and you get their imagination
Yes.
going. And you also create characters in burlesque.
I
don't you?
do.
Where'd you get your name, Lulu Legs? I can
So-
imagine. How tall are you?
I'm 5'9", 5'10".
5'9"? Okay.
Yeah.
You look taller when you walk in the
I
building.
know, yeah, and that's one of my favorite attributes about myself is my legs.
Your
so
legs.
that I just kind of, I just kind of spun something in my head, and it sounded great.
And part of the workshop is the participants get to actually
yeah. So
create their own stage.
let's say you are good at knitting. I would say like naughty knitter,
the naughty knitter.
naughty knitter, or something like that.
Nadia, the naughty knitter.
Yeah.
I wonder who I'd be. Well, I think we have to wait till I actually dance to determine who I think. I have to feel my inner burlesque dancer.
Yeah, I kind of.
Are there male burlesque dancers?
It's few and far between.
Yeah.
I find it's more female dominated. I would love to see more male.
Okay.
I would love to see that.
You
I have
perform with your
seen-
husband.
I have,
But he's
yeah.
been more of a eye candy. Is that right?
He's kind of like my helper.
Your
He's
helper.
my helper, my eye candy. Yeah.
What kind of places have you performed? Whereabouts in
So
town?
I've done a show at Lobs.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of shows at Sims in Sioux, Michigan.
Okay.
And we're about to have a show on the 26th at the Canadian Motor Hotel. And
No kidding.
downstairs, yeah.
Who's
and
in that show with you?
We have a lot of performers. So we have William Armstrong, who is Paris Gore.
Oh, Paris Gore.
So he's the head of my house. So we're part of a family of drag queens and queens.
Is his drag daughter performing? Because we just
Yes.
had her on the show.
Yeah. So
Gemini Gore.
Gemini Gore is going to be there. Stephanie Gore is going to be there as well. We have Leo Del Crooner. We have
Leo Del Crooner
It's
is
Just
a drag. Is that a drag king?
That's a drag king.
Okay.
Yeah. And
this
we
is
have,
all really cool stuff. If you haven't checked this stuff out,
it's amazing.
at the Canadian
Motor
on the
Hotel,
January the 26th.
Yeah, and it's
In the basement.
it's to benefit AIDS and HIV as
So
well.
HARP at the Group Health Center is a beneficiary HIV and AIDS awareness, and that's a great cause too.
Yeah,
Tickets are.
they're only $10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they're 15 at the door.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you can get those at a more.
When are you doing the workshop at Jade? Are you
Is on the 26th.
the same day?
No, sorry.
Oh.
So the workshop is on the 26th, and the show is on the 16th, February 16th.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
there we go.
Yeah.
So the workshop's January 26th, and the show at the Canadian
Yes.
is February the 16th.
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Because I think that it's more of a Valentine's theme, isn't that kind of thing?
Yeah. It's about like lovers and.
So at Jade Wellness, which we know is located on Queen Street.
Yes.
Is this a workshop? How long is the workshop itself?
So this is going to be close to 2 hours. So
2
it's
hours.
about, I usually do about an hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
So that will be our dancing, getting to ourselves, getting into our characters and things like that, and then getting into the lounge and talking about.
So you do there is a certain aspect of conversation and bonding and.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the conversations talk about what?
So I like to try to get them comfortable with their bodies and how to portray themselves, trying to get into this new character that we're going to create for them.
Right.
Talking about their favorite hobbies and things like that, so that I can try and pick, a name through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's bonding and it's fitness too. Is that right? I mean, you are being physically active.
Oh yeah, very much so.
And it's for every body type.
Every body type, every age.
Every age.
Every age. I've had 50, 60-year-old women come in.
What about clothing? What do you wear? Just anything comfortable?
So yeah, I usually tell them, if you'd like to dress up in some lingerie, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
But if you're not comfortable, you can come in a workout outfit.
Do you have a tickle trunk?
I have like a whole props.
I had a feeling that you would.
I do.
Like boas and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I
things.
do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It sounds like a blast. What time of day does this happen?
So this is going to be at 7:30 at night.
7:30 at night on a weekend night or when?
Yeah, it's on a Friday night.
Friday night. Mm-hmm. January the 26th. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's like this week.
It is.
Clear your calendars.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the magic of television. We're going to transform our set, and you're going to walk me through some burlesque moves.
Yes.
I can't wait. And we're going to name me.
Yes.
All right. Shauna is Shauna Thomas.
It's Shauna Hamilton, but Thomas is my husband's name.
There we go. I knew there was, because I called you Shauna Thomas. I was like, wait a minute though, that's not right. It's Shauna. You go by Shauna Hamilton.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Hi,
Don't
Mr.
worry.
Thomas, Mr. Assistant who likes to dress up in a suit.
He
Okay.
does.
Magic of television. We're now going to dance for you. Okay, so first of all, it's Shauna Hamilton. I'm getting that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Also, it's Friday, January 26th, not Saturday.
Yes.
And the other thing is, you didn't bring your tickle trunk with me, so I went digging and I made myself a little costume.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about names. I've been playing with some names.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, because it's like a little, fig leaf. So I
Right.
thought maybe I could be like Fig Newton,
Right.
or like Twiggy.
Oh.
Timmy Twigs.
I'm thinking Blue-Eyed Bay.
Blue-Eyed Bay.
Yeah.
And the other thing I thought was like just fruits and nuts. Anyway,
Right.
what are we going to do? You have some music you're going to cue up?
Yeah, so I was actually thinking that we could just do some simple moves to try to get you used to,
Being
on the beat.
on the beat.
Yeah.
The other thing, Sean and I were just talking, and she used the word sensual because I was saying, feeling sexy or feeling... Sensual is so different from erotic
Yes.
or sexy.
Yes.
Sensual is just like
Very womanly.
womanly or in tune with your self. Look,
Yeah.
okay, now, so show me.
So biggest thing with burlesque, you have a great posture.
Oh.
So yeah, you want to have your shoulders back,
Shoulders back,
hands on your hips.
hands on my hips.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
gonna try and feel this beat. So we're gonna go from hip
Boom.
to hip. Yeah. Perfect.
Boom.
1, 2. Perfect. 3. Try and throw your bum into it.
Put my bum into it.
Yeah.
Oh, am I bringing it around? Oh, look at me go. I got
There you
lots
go.
of bum to throw around,
There you
Sean.
go.
I'll tell you that right now.
So I actually, if you want to make it a real drastic one, you can bend. There you go.
Oh, Shauna.
So this is called the booty bus.
The what?
The booty bus.
I'm riding the booty bus.
Yeah. There you go. So
Ooh,
put
it's not expensive either.
bring your legs out a little bit further.
Little
Yeah?
more, little wider, okay.
Okay, so bend
Yes.
and flick.
And flick.
Bend and flick. There you go. You got it.
Even
Yeah.
the stretch feels good.
Yeah,
too.
see? It's great. That's great.
Okay, what
So,
else?
We can do some.
Anything with the. Oh, wait. Oh, we're alternating. Hip.
Yeah.
Look at you. Oh, you got that. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Timmy Twigs has got it going on.
You
So-
got it.
Do you actually teach a whole routine when you do the workshop?
Yeah. So I don't have a routine for this song. I usually have a song picked out that I have a routine that I put together. But
great musical choices, Shauna.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you get the little this thing going in there too, right?
Yeah, you could even, you know, some shimmying.
I gotta shimmy my twigs.
There you go. There.
This is the best. I could do this with. I would
so
love
fun,
this.
right?
You gotta do it for guys. I mean, or guys should join the class.
I have some guy-specific moves.
Do you?
Usually involving chairs, because the way I like to do it.
Usually involving chairs because guys are lazy.
Well, it looks a lot more masculine.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're sitting in their chair. They kind of lean back, and then they can come up and
Oh, look at! Do you choreograph drag kings too? Like, do you help the girls with like more like?
I actually was helping. I was helping one of our drag kings because he was like, "You've got to give me some pointers. Try and give me some."
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? We'll try and work something out, and I put a routine together for him, and he loves it, and it's great.
All right. So listen. Once again, the class is called Burlesque, but it's discovering our bodies.
It's about like enhancement, like body enhancement.
Body enhancement.
And,
getting comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
It's at Jade Wellness on Queen Street, Friday, January the 26th.
Yes.
7:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Registration in advance.
Yeah.
Better idea.
It's better. Yeah. You get a little bit of a deal there.
Go to Jade Wellness's website. You can find out more information there.
Yeah.
And then check out the show February the 16th downstairs at the Canadian, featuring Shauna Hamilton, otherwise known as Lulu Legs, and a whole cast of fabulous Valentine's characters.
Yes.
Thanks for coming here. Thanks for spending time with us. Thanks for helping me do my, what was the booty? Riding the booty bus.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more bootyliciousness on Mornings with Lou and Tim right after this. Here's my costume.
Yes, I saw that.
From my burlesque dancing.
It was quite intricate. Oh, you lost one.
Oh.
I know where I could put no.
Do you like
it might be a little large, but
I like the name Timmy Twigs. I think
Timmy
that truly
Twigs
should
is
be my
cute.
burlesque name.
I think so too. I think you should wear that in your ear.
There we go. Okay. Now I'm like, what's her name? Billie Holiday.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then let's go chug it. Billie Holiday. My friend Mark Cassius. Remember you met him?
Yes.
And
Yes,
Two
I
Things
did.
for Kids, the very first one, he didn't impersonate, because Billie Holiday, liked to drink a little bit of drugs going on, and so he'd stand by the baby grand piano in his cabaret routine, he'd go, then there's gotcha get, excuse me, I dropped something. Then there's gotcha.
He's very talented.
Mark is, yeah.
You know what I find? That Twitter is a huge source of information, obviously, and people feel, I think, a little bit more free when they're on Twitter to tweet their personal opinions.
Okay.
Donald Trump is always an awesome subject to try and follow, because people are very one side or the other when it comes to talking about Donald Trump. For instance, we heard a couple of days ago that Mr. Trump is going to not allow LGBTQ members or trans members of the community to serve in the military. So Cher, whose son Chaz, of course, is trans, posted, quote, "No one is really safe in Trump's America unless they're a member of Mar-a-Lago, live in Trump Tower, are white, or wear a MAGA hat, make America great again. Trans people can't serve in the military," she says. Terrible.
Cher has spoken.
And she's the queen, man, so you gotta listen.
Because she has the power to turn back time.
Stay with us. There's more of that coming up right after this.
So we were talking earlier about Mike Fisher, who's married to Carrie Underwood, and they just became parents.
And how cute he is.
We weren't talking about that. We were talking about
He's
how
so handsome.
he played for
Really nice looking.
the Peterborough Petes at one time. Well, guess who's coming to Sault Ste. Marie to play the Greyhounds? The Peterborough Petes on Saturday.
Is Mike Fisher coming with them? Is that our news?
And Carrie Underwood with the baby.
Yeah, with the
She's
baby.
going to sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Let's see who criticizes that. Okay, so now... So now, we have 2 free tickets, courtesy of the Greyhounds.
Awesome.
We had a contest, and someone won.
Somebody won a
You had to
contest.
send us an email. See, people, we do this at Sue online all the time and on TV.
Yes.
You can enter contests and win stuff. So you should watch us more and tell your friends, and they can win stuff too, like these 2 Greyhound tickets for the Peterborough Petes this Saturday, January 26th. Congratulations, Sylvie.
Sylvie.
You won.
Sylvie.
CD will be calling you or writing you or
Yelling at you.
I'll be yelling, Sylvie!
Or he's going to actually walk to your house and bring you the ticket.
And I'll deliver the tickets
Yeah.
to your door. That is so not true. However, Sylvie, congratulations. You
And when's it for? This Friday?
This Saturday, January 26th. And I was trying
Have a great time.
to look up their standing because I know they were like
Yes.
ranked 2nd or 3rd in their
Yeah.
division, and I don't know where they're at right now.
They're doing good.
I'll see if I can find
They're
out.
doing awesome, I think. Yeah.
I got to meet a whole bunch of them. They're really nice
Aren't
guys.
they nice?
Yes.
And you know what? They're true ambassadors of OHL hockey. Obviously, I mean, it's their life right now. But they're very positive and
They're great
clean.
mentors.
Yes, they're
really involved in the community too.
Yeah.
That's one of the things the Greyhound Association does. It gets the players
Yeah.
really involved in the community, which I think is totally cool. Like they're involved in Bonsu and stuff.
Yeah,
this
they're
year.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And they're very disciplined too. That's why they're such good hockey players.
So congratulations, Sylvie. Enjoy the Greyhound game, and we'll be right back with March of Dimes after this break. Luann and Tim, Silvana Pizzuto. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Silvana, you are the, what is your title? Manager?
Program manager.
Program manager for the March of Dimes.
Yes.
March of Dimes Canada.
That's right.
And so you oversee, how big is your district? What areas do you cover?
We cover Sault Ste. Marie, the North Shore, up to and including Elliott Lake.
Wow. And how large is the staff then for March of Dimes in that whole district?
I believe we have about 150 to 160 staff altogether.
And that staff includes people who work in the offices, but also are personal support workers or what?
They're mainly personal support workers out in the community, and then we have support staff that support them in the office, and that includes admin and management.
Right. So your role is to sort of make sure that the supervisors in every district everything's okay with them and they're doing okay with
That
their staff.
everything's running smooth.
Wow. How many people would you say you serve in our community as March of Dimes?
In our community alone, we service, including the North Shore, I'm guessing about 300 people, close to 300 people.
Okay.
But overall, March of Dimes has served over 70,000 people in Ontario.
In Ontario alone?
In Ontario.
And funding-wise, where does the money come from to support the March of Dimes?
Well, we have different stakeholders for March of Dimes Canada, and we have, of course, some government funding, but a lot of it comes from donations.
Oh, really? How can we donate? Is there a way that the community can actually...
It's very easy. If those people that have a cell phone, which most people have now,
Certainly.
if you text 45678 and the word dimes to that number,
Yeah.
then you donate $5 directly to March of Dimes Canada.
Oh, that's so easy. Now, let's talk about how March of Dimes became the March of Dimes. I love this story. Tell me about the polio and everything. How did that...
It was really
transpire?
interesting in early 1950s when polio started becoming rampant through North America.
Before they had the vaccine.
Yeah, before the vaccine. They had several mothers that grouped together with a common interest to, they went from like house to house, door to door, and collected dimes. And that's how we ended up getting
March of Dimes.
that's how we got our name, was March of Dimes. And the ladies ended up getting the money, like the dimes, and that went to fund polio research.
And that
To
certainly did
develop
the
that
trick
vaccine.
because...
It did.
They found the polio vaccine. Polio's been, was wiped out. I think there was a story recently that there was somewhere in the world that polio came back or something. But I
Yeah.
think they tramped it down again. Anyway, so March of Dimes grassroots, started by mothers. Brilliant, right?
It did, and now it's grown to today that we're national. We go right across Canada.
Now, there's a lot of things that the March of Dimes does that I did not know about. So, first of all, people with disabilities.
Yes.
Right? Aiding and giving them a better quality of life, helping them live independently.
And to be inclusive in our community.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the programs or how you could help somebody who's living with a disability?
We have an independent living program, which is what I oversee here in Sault Ste. Marie and part of Algoma. We also have an acquired brain injury program that runs, and an employment services as well.
So acquired brain injury, that's somebody who's obviously had an injury that they're going to need special assistance to maintain their quality of life, right?
Yeah.
And independence is such a huge part.
It is.
Of mental wellness too, right? Physical wellness, right?
Well, it respects the dignity and the respect for that person. Just because they've had something, in their life to challenge them doesn't mean they're any less of a person. They're just as important. They're still a valuable member of our community.
Absolutely. So the employment, tell me about that now.
There's an office down on Queen Street by the bridge, and they help support individuals with training skills and going back to work.
No kidding.
No, for
and
sure.
now, is that for adults only, or do you help youth as well with jobs?
We help the youth. It starts at 16 years old and it goes up. There's different programs that run. And if you go to marchofdimes.ca, all of the program information, there's a lot on the website that's there. We also deal with post-stroke. We support individuals after they've had a stroke.
I saw that there was I looked on the national website, and I saw that there's I think right now there's a goal of $300,000 or something, and that's mostly about the post-stroke campaign.
That's correct.
Yeah. I also saw the Dodging for Dimes. That's a Toronto thing. They're doing dodgeball and
it is
money.
dodgeball down in Toronto.
Really?
A few years ago, we had Rock for Dimes here in Sault Ste. Marie, and then we're supposed to be organizing an event. I'm not sure when that's going to be happening, but we're going to try to organize a fundraising event.
You come back on the show and you tell me when you have it organized, and we'll promote it.
I can.
Because all of the funds, what happens is it's a national fund.
Yes.
So everybody pitches in, and then the money is divided up to help the communities, right?
Yeah, through all of the individual programs.
Let's talk about seniors, because this is something I did not know as well. I thought March of Dimes was mostly for helping people with disabilities, but seniors who want to stay in their homes longer. We know that this is a goal for the government and for families. You want the way you put it beautifully about you've worked so hard to have a home. Can you? Well,
you've worked so hard, like in your community, to have a home, and then you don't want to end up in a situation where you feel very alone or not supported or with strangers. So we try to help people, especially the elderly and those that are disabled, to remain in their homes, and they feel safe there. Like they've worked all their lives to pay for that and to manage that. So they're happier, they're secure, they thrive more within a home environment. So what we do is we send personal support workers into their homes, and they get supported by way of meal preparation, personal care, like showers, getting up, dressing, and we, for those people that are disabled as well, we help transfer them into their chairs or whatever that they go into, and we help them live with dignity.
Oh, and this, hey, look, there's some pictures.
Oh, that was for our barbecue last summer, where we joined up with Acquired Brain Injury, and that's behind one of our buildings, behind the Cara Community Home, and those are some of the Acquired Brain Injury people that.
Do you actually run some of these homes?
We don't.
I had him on the show.
Yeah, we don't run the homes itself, but we do supply the staff that keep we call them consumers, as independent as possible.
Excellent. Hey, you were also talking about equipment. So if, for instance, if you have a family member who might pass away, but they've got things like walkers or wheelchairs or canes or anything like that, you would take that as a donation, would you? And then share that with people in the community who are in need? As long as they're in a good
state of repair, yes, we would actually take some of the equipment and redonate it to those that possibly can't afford it in our community.
Some of that stuff is expensive. I know my mother's walker was $120 at least, I think, right? So to have that kind of stuff donated would be really helpful as well. So they can text again. Let's go over the text number again in case people want to donate.
45678 and text the word DIMES,
Okay.
DIMES.
All right. And then for more information, marchofdimes.ca.
That's correct.
Okay. And let me talk a little bit just before we go about it's the seniors staying in their homes. What kinds of things can you do to help someone remain in their home? Would you do actually installations and stuff, or is that something that you would help facilitate by them contacting somewhere else?
We help facilitate that. So there's a program that works outside of Toronto for adaptive aids.
Okay.
There is some individually, like through acquired brain injury post-stroke, that they can reach out to different agencies
Okay.
to help, and then we all work together as a community to
You all
help
work
them.
together. So there you go. March of Dimes doing great work, also liaising for you. If you want more information, contact Silvana Pizzuto. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
And over 30 years of a nursing career,
Yes.
working with seniors. Your heart's in the right place.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. Thanks for watching. Before we go, I'd just like to wish everybody a happy National Peanut Butter Day. Do you like peanut butter?
I love peanut butter.
I have friends that are highly, really allergic. So
Scary.
I say it's National Peanut Butter Day, and it's also National EpiPen Day.
So if you need it, don't leave your house without it. We'll see you tomorrow morning because it's Friday. Thanks for hanging out.